Hey guys, I'm Forrester here, and it's time for another coffee review. It's been a while since I've made one, but I've got all my gear out, and I went online just recently to buy another pack of this. It's made by a company called Counterculture, who roasts their coffee in Durham, North Carolina. This is one of my favorite blends, 46, and I discovered this coffee in a restaurant here in Columbia. It made such an impression on me that I went online and ordered a bag of it. Well, I'm almost out, and so I was going online to order another bag, and I discovered this one. I'd never noticed it before. Big Trouble. Now you know that's good just from the name of it, made by the same company. And they do a good job of describing their coffees. This one they describe as caramel, nutty, and round. Now I know what caramel and nutty tastes like, and I thought I would like that. I don't know what round is. So I ordered a bag, and this is very fresh. They put the date on when it was roasted, and this was roasted on December the 20th. Well, it's the 28th now, so it's about a week old. So I really like getting fresh coffee directly from the roaster. I'm gonna heat the water up, weigh out my beans. I'll bring you snippets of that along the way, and then we'll do a quick taste test and see if it's caramel, nutty, and round, or Big Trouble. Now I weigh out 33 grams. That's just the right amount for the coffee that I make, which is 2 cups. Okay, I'm gonna grind these beans right now. And I'm gonna set it to a little bit finer than what I've been grinding it. Okay, the water's hot. It's 204 right now. I've got my paper filter in, and the first thing I do is always wet that filter just to get the paper taste out of it. Now I forgot to do one thing, because I usually set it on this flask to wet it so that the hot water heats up this flask. But I forgot to do that. Okay, let's take the grounds out. There's the grounds. I can smell I'd say a nutty flavor more than anything. Okay, we'll put the grounds in here. Get that out of the way. Okay, I like to shake them flat and put a little divot in the grounds to help in pouring. Okay, we're going to set it on here because this has a timer. I'm going to zero it out, and I'm going to move this and zoom in to where you can see the blooming process. Hang on just a second. Okay, now you have a bird's eye view. Let's get the water. Let's start the timer. And for the first 30 seconds, we're going to just pour a little bit just to wet it, and then let it sit. Now, with really fresh coffee, I don't know if this will do it, but it'll actually sort of build a dome. And this is the most enjoyable part of the process of making coffee for me in the morning. I put a little bit too much water in there, but you can see that it is elevating a little bit, building a dome. Some coffees do it more so than others. 30 seconds have gone by. Now watch what happens when I add the water to it. See that dome? It breaks open and all the air escapes. Now I'd rather the carbon dioxide escape here in making coffee than in my stomach after drinking it. Okay, I'm going to continue the pour process until I get right at 570 grams of water and coffee. Now, one thing that I do while I'm making the coffee, I'm about halfway through the process, but I'll bring my coffee cup, and I'm using my Krispy Kreme donut coffee cup. I'll bring it out and I'll fill it up with hot water just to preheat the cup so that it doesn't take too much heat out of the coffee. And I have to always remember to reset that coffee so that it keeps it nice and hot. Okay, we're almost there. I'm going to do the final pour, get it up to maybe 570. There we go. I actually made 580, but that's close enough. Okay guys, the coffee's finished brewing and I'm ready for some big trouble. I hope you are too. All right, I dumped out my hot water. Some people will ask about that. You forgot to dump out your hot water, but I've taken care of that, and this is the first pour from this pot. Now, I have had one pot of this before just so I'd get a feel for how I liked it. So here goes. I'll taste this pot with you. Now, some people say you can taste coffee better if it's cooler. I like it hot. Well, I tell you, there's nothing to dislike about this coffee. I can definitely say that. Let me top it off again. Let me give you my quick thoughts. The reason I purchased this coffee is very simple. It's because of the name and the description. Big Trouble, how can you not like that? The description, caramel and nutty. I can taste that. In fact, I just now got sort of an aftertaste of that caramel flavor. Maybe nutty, just a very subtle taste, but I almost have to just imagine that. Round, I have no clue what that means. Maybe Counterculture can explain that to me. But anyway, there's nothing not to like about it. I do like the coffee. So for some of you, it might be the absolute perfect blend. And so I'd encourage you to try it. But for me, I happen to like 46 better. If I was going to order a coffee again from Counterculture, and I'm sure I will, I'll order 46. You know, Counterculture has a subscription service to where you can pay and they'll ship you a bag of your choice for once a month, twice a month, however often you want it. And I liked this name so much in description that I almost subscribed for this, to this for Big Trouble to get a shipment of it once a month for the next year. That's how much I like that name. So my word of caution to you and to myself is sometimes the name and description is more about marketing than it is about actual product description. That's a great name. And so I do like it. I'm glad that I bought it and can try it for you. It does have a very subtle caramel flavor and an even more subtle nutty flavor. I would characterize this as a medium strength drink. And if you follow my channel and the different coffees that I review, I think you know that I like very strong stout black coffee. So this is more medium. For those of you that don't like very strong black coffee, this might be actually your preferred coffee. So give it a try. Go online to Counterculture's website is my advice and order it directly from them. You'll get coffee like this one. When I got it, it was less than a week old. It was just a matter of 3 or 4 days since it had been roasted. So it's very fresh and tastes better for it. Y'all take care and have a happy new year. Go